Take a look at this stunning luxury brand new construction property in the Eastgate community of Bellevue, Washington. Come tour this home with me. Today I've got a beautiful brand new construction home tour for you right here in Bellevue, Washington. This property behind me here is in the Eastgate community of Bellevue, Washington. It's a 6-bedroom, 4-bath home. It's 3,881 square feet, and it's actually offered under $3 million. Let's get into it. This property is proudly listed by Kelly Shia with Keller Williams Realty Bellevue. Just so happens to be the same brokerage office that I work out of. A special shout out and thank you to Kelly for allowing my viewers to tour this property with me. All right, starting out on the front, this one is built by Redhawk Homes. It's a local builder known for clean, modern design and high-end finishes. You've got a mix of modern materials out front, metal roof, wood accents, oversized windows, and a sleek modern entry. The lot itself is 8,550 square feet, and it's fully fenced, level, and positioned on the end of a quiet cul-de-sac, so it feels private but still super convenient. There's also no HOA here either, which is a rare for new construction in Bellevue. That gives you more freedom, fewer restrictions, and less monthly overhead. Now, real quick before we get into the rest of the tour, this video is going to be a detailed one. You're going to find that my home tours are probably a lot longer than you're accustomed to seeing on YouTube. This is just not a quick highlight reel. It's meant to feel like you're walking through the home in person with me. I make these videos for my serious buyers that I've worked with that are from out of town, out of state, or even out of country who just can't swing by and see these properties in person. So I'm going to be going through the property for you, telling you what things feel like, what things look like, sounds I'm hearing, and yes, even if there are any sort of smells. Again, this property is brand new construction. There's no bad smell in this property. That being said, if this sounds like your cup of tea, kick back, relax, and let's dive into every corner of this property. First and foremost, I was just showing you the nice engineered hardwood floor. Loved the texture feel of it. And check out this huge Thermador fridge and freezer combination. You also have this really nice transparent beverage cooler section right along this. This is actually the first time I've seen this with a Thermador setup in one of these new builds as well. Love how that pulls out. Super cool. These fridges are huge, folks. You could fit a lot of storage in both the fridge and freezer, and they also suction well to create a complete vacuum seal on the doors there. Yeah, check out all of that room in this fridge and freezer. And while we tour this kitchen, here's something cool to know. This home is just one of a few brand new builds by Redhawk Homes right here in this cul-de-sac community. It's not a big development or a cookie cutter subdivision. It's more of, you know, a boutique mini community with 3 other homes that were all built with the same level of design and attention to detail. Each one has its own layout, its own vibe, and they're all move-in ready with no HOA. The one I'm standing in today is the largest of the bunch. It's close to 3,900 square feet, 6 beds, and tons of flex space. But just next door, there's a 5-bedroom, 4.25 bath, 35 square foot. That's 3,335 square foot home. And another 5-bed, 4.25 bath, same size and price point right next door. If you love this style, this clean Scandinavian meets Japandi aesthetic with the tall ceilings and custom cabinetry, these other homes offer the same finish quality with a few different layout options. So here's what I'm thinking. If you're watching this and you want to see a walkthrough of one of the other homes in the enclave, drop a comment below or shoot me a DM. If there's enough interest, I'll come back and film another full tour for you, or even do a side-by-side comparison video. You can find links to all of these listings below in the description as well. Just how cool are these multi-phase faucets, by the way, on this huge sink? That would be so cool to use and helpful to wash or rinse some of your dishes. Let me know in the comments below if you would prefer a setup like this. I did show off a property on the channel a while back that was in Maple Valley that had a fully decked out crazy setup on the sink, had so many different functions on it. Honestly, it was pretty complicated. If you would like to go check out what that looked like, feel free to click the link that I have saved here for you, but please finish this home tour first, of course, folks. Also, this is super cool. So instead of like having a lazy Susan here, this shelving pops out. Look at that drawer, and there's like a 2-hinge design there where you can totally use that corner space. I think it's such a really cool design. You let me know in the comments below what you think of this. Would you find that more practical than having a lazy Susan setup in the corner there under the counter? Also, I love how the backsplash is extended. It's the same quartz that the countertop is made out of. You'll also notice the custom cabinetry here feels super nice. The detail on it, love the texture to it. You also have one of these really nice pot fillers that come from the wall here. And of course, it's a really nice gas stove here. It was super sleek to turn on. Let's just test it out in real time here to show you how easy that was to turn that one on. That burner turns on just nicely. I won't turn them all on, but just showing you how quickly you can turn these burners on. Super nice. Everything that you're looking for with gas. Now, natural gas has been sort of a hot button topic here in the greater Seattle area. They were at one point trying to ban it in new construction. You'd be able to, you know, obviously keep it in your resale homes, but they were trying to get rid of being able to put it into new construction properties. It did not go through. It did not pass. So we will see how that turns out. But let me know in the comments below if you prefer natural gas, do you prefer induction, or just a normal electric stovetop. Would love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Check out this pull down rack here. I could totally imagine someone putting a sort of spice rack up here. You can pull this down to quickly and easily grab your spices, and it goes right back up into place into the drawer. I think that is super sleek and cool as well. I also love the under cabinet lighting. I'm a big sucker for under cabinet lighting. I think it really changes the aesthetics and looks of a kitchen. You know, first thing you could upgrade in a kitchen is the under cabinet lighting. If you already got the cabinets covered, it really does change the mood. Seriously, folks, you can't go wrong with under cabinet. But check this out. Love under the toe kicks having that lighting underneath there too. That's pretty next level if you ask me. One thing you'll also notice is the coloring of both the cabinets, the wood, as well as the general aesthetics of the materials used throughout the property are pretty cohesive. You don't have, some of these new builders are doing like different themes in different bathrooms, and this one is very cohesive. So if you're someone that likes uniformity and you want your whole house to have a similar aesthetic throughout the whole layout, aside from maybe some accent walls, this property is definitely going to be more your vibe. It also is coming with those waterfall style quartz, where the quartz counter just sort of falls off the countertop there and creates a wall on the cabinet. Let me know in the comments below if you're preferring that aesthetic now. It's pretty popular now. Also love the look of this fireplace, and I like that dark colored wood. I really like dark accents, and just this is kind of my personal vibe here. But also love this corner window moment. I love anytime that a builder is throwing these windows that are going near the floor and going pretty close, high up to the ceiling. When you got that floor to ceiling windows that just pops, and if you're combining it with corner windows there, it kind of really lets you just soak in your backyard here. Check out also how cool the retaining walls look. Not just your normal standard retaining walls that you'd typically see. Love the wood accents above for the, I guess you'd say the ceiling of the overhangs there and how the general looks there. Also really like how easy the sliding glass doors glide open and close. I can't tell you how many new builds I go into where it feels like maybe the sliding glass door was put in incorrectly, where it takes way too much pressure to open and close it, and you know, as the house might settle over time, that might make it even more difficult to open and shut. Also, a really cool type of locking system I just showed you there, where you just push it forward or backwards to lock or unlock the sliding glass door. Now let's talk location real quick. We're in Eastgate, Bellevue, which is such a sweet spot. You're less than 10 minutes to Factoria Mall, shopping, restaurants, and you've got direct access to I-90 for easy commutes. Now, in terms of commute times, I always like to give realistic drive ranges. To downtown Bellevue, it can be about 12 to 15 minutes if there's lighter traffic or even just average traffic. Now, going to Seattle, if you're lucky, it could be 20 to 25 minutes. It could definitely be well above that if there is some decent traffic. Now, to Redmond and Microsoft, you're around 18 to 20 minutes depending on the stoplights. And then to SeaTac Airport, you can actually get to SeaTac in as little as 20 minutes. I always tell my buyers that I'm working with, or anyone watching on this channel, to take what I'm saying with a grain of salt as far as drive times. Drive times can vary wildly here in the greater Seattle area. It's not always accurate when you're just checking Google or even other maps like Waze or Apple Maps, etc. A really good idea when you're looking to buy a home here in the greater Seattle area, especially if you are not going to work from home and you're going to be commuting, take that commute from the house that you're looking to buy to where you're looking to work, because until you change jobs or change your situation where you're going to be working from home, basically you're going to be marrying the commute once you purchase that property. So how does this compare, Eastgate in Bellevue, how does it compare to nearby neighborhoods like Somerset or Lakemont? Eastgate gives you newer homes and easier I-90 access without the mega price tag you'd be finding up the hill in Somerset. You're not sacrificing schools, still in the Issaquah School District, but you are getting newer construction and more house for the money. Plus, because it's not in a traditional neighborhood with an HOA, you have a little more breathing room in terms of parking, guests, and lifestyle. And speaking of the Somerset community in Bellevue, Washington, that's actually one of the first areas that I did a home tour on the channel about 9 months back. There was a really nice, completely remodeled traditional split entry Somerset home. Actually, I'm trying to remember if it was split entry. It might have been multi-level because it actually did have a main level that you walked out on. So a tri-level home or multi-level home. Feel free to go check that out. I'll link it right here. That was a fantastically beautiful home. Looked brand new on the inside, but it was just completely renovated. Let me know your thoughts on that. But again, please tour that after touring this one. Also, if you do work from home, this place has a fantastic room downstairs on the main level that we'll get to in a bit, and it is currently staged as a home office. It would be a fantastic home office, but right now let's check out the primary suite here. Check out these really tall extended ceilings. Love how high these ceilings are. Love how tall the windows go as well. Such a beautiful primary suite. Has a lot of natural light flowing right through the property here, and we have the same aesthetic of the fireplace as we do on the main level. Notice this is a really huge king size bed, but you got plenty of space on both sides. I think it was a California king because it looks a little bit longer than a standard king size bed. Also, you know, with California kings, they're slightly shorter width wise. Now check out this primary ensuite here. Again, we've got the aesthetics of the almost floating cabinetry with the under cabinet lighting glowing underneath there. Check out that nice deep tub. Also love the walk-in shower there. Love how high the glass is. You also have a nice water closet right in here where the toilet is. the latrine, the commode, whatever you want to call it. And I believe it's actually on a smart bidet system. Now, as far as the primary bathroom goes right here, we have heated tile floors, which is really nice. Another thing I wanted to point out of this rather large bathtub is it is a stone resin scratch-free tub. Now, just how cool is this backsplash wall behind the countertops here going up? Super cool and super textured. Love the look of this. And again, as you could see, everything's pretty cohesive. You've got the same high-end quartz counter in the bathroom as you do in the kitchen. Also notice these nice lights. I actually these are really nice where they light up both on the front and the back, as you could see, which I'll show you in a second. But they also have a defrost mode on them, or a defogger in essence. So if you get the shower really steamy in here, the mirrors will stay unfogged. Yeah, here's a closer look at that tile work. I think it's super awesome. Love that tile work. Just this bathroom looks super high end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to know what you're thinking of this bathroom so far. A little tip that I have for you when you're looking at new construction, especially custom builds like this, make sure you're asking about what's going to be included with the sale. Things like appliances, fencing, AC, landscaping, or EV chargers are not always included. In this case, all of that is included. This home comes with a full Thermador appliance package, which you've seen, HEPA filtration, epoxy coated garage, which we'll get to in a bit, and even EV charging already installed. Builder did it right. Nothing was skipped or cheaped out on this property. Now, I love the tile work in this bathroom. What do you guys think in the comment section? Let me know what you think of the tile work in the bathroom. Also, speaking of bathrooms, this home has 4 bathrooms total, but here's the breakdown, since Seattle area homes like this get weird with fractions. So 2 are full bathrooms, and that means it's a tub and a shower combination. 2 are 3/4 baths, means they just have a shower, no tub. And there's a main floor powder room as well. And the primary suite bathroom that we just saw is a full bathroom where it has the tub, the shower, the sink, and the, well, I guess 2 sinks and the toilet, as you can very well see. I've said this a lot, so if you watch my videos a lot, I'm sorry that I keep sharing this story, but I still, to this day, find it the most interesting half bath that I've ever walked into was a bathroom that had a shower and a toilet. So there was no sink in this bathroom. So I guess after you went to the restroom, you would wash your hands in the shower is how it would work out. Let me know what you guys think of this cool upstairs balcony off of the main suite. Love that you have this really cute balcony up here. Love the vibes. I know that based on the location, we have shown on this channel some houses that might have had some cooler views from the balconies, although as far as it going on a quieter street, can't beat having a nice balcony like this. Now we are walking right into the primary suites walk-in closet here. This is one of the few that I've been in that has sleek under cabinet lighting within the walk-in closet itself. You've got so many features to this walk-in closet system. It's definitely not just a cooker cutter installed closet system. Check out this mirror too, how it opens and swings and all that cool stuff. Again, this is a pretty cool closet system. I know we've shown, I believe there's at least one other closet on the channel that did have the under cabinet lighting. As you can tell, I'm just a big fan of it. But let me know in the comments below, would you prefer to have under cabinet lighting in your closet, or would you just prefer not to have it installed? How does it look to you? I like the aesthetics of this house with all the dark accents. So the closet and the fireplace, I like the sleek black look. My car is black as well, so I kind of like the black look vibe on the white. I think it looks great, but I do like how the majority of the house is nice and bright. of course, but these doors that are black accents, I'm digging it. So as you notice, they are French door design where you can open both sides there, walking into the primary. Now we're going to check out one of these front bedrooms. This is kind of staged as a kid's room. I actually like that bed. It's really cute. Check out these built-in closet systems too. Most of the, I believe if not all of them, the bonus rooms have these closet systems for the rest of the rooms, including there is a I guess a guest primary or secondary primary on the main floor. So this does have main level living. If you're someone that's looking for multi-generational living, or you kind of want to future-proof your home where you're like, hey, we don't want to move just because we get too old and can't go up the stairs, this does have a fully functional primary on the main as well that we can we'll go check out in a bit. But other than that, yeah, this house has a ton of bedroom space. Love the windows again right here that they go closer to the floor. These ones aren't going quite to the ceiling because we have really tall ceiling. Also love the tall doors as well. Just love the looks of it. And here is a guest bathroom. This is a 0.75 because it has the shower, no tub. Again, notice all the aesthetics are basically the same though, so it's very cohesive. Love the look of it. Also really nice that you get all that natural light coming from that window, but it is high up, so unless you're like over 6'8", you're not gonna have to worry about looking out that window or people looking at you taking a shower. So here is, I love the look of this where you're able to look at the chandelier over up the top. I think it's a really cool corridor layout on the top level here. So this is the utility room. Let's take a look. Again, nice that that window goes close to the ground. Really love that look. First time I saw that look was in a property that I showed up in Kirkland. So that's on the channel as well. That one had crazy windows that went to the floor. If you want to check that out, I'll link it right here as well. But again, please go check it out after this video. Let me know what you think though. If you do go watch that video, I'd love to see a comment how you're comparing the two properties, or at least, you know, in particular the window vibes. Again, check this out. You've got under cabinet lighting in the utility room as well. Most of these properties, the under cabinet lighting is saved just for the kitchen, but they've got the whole vibe going through the whole place. All the cabinetry has the under cabinet lighting. Same with the toe kicks. I'm really loving the uniform look and the cohesion of this. Cohesiveness. Check that out. So that is a queen bed. So they didn't put a king in here, at least I don't believe, unless it just looks like a small king because of how large the room is, or could even be a full. Might be a full, but look how plenty of room that you have on both sides here. These definitely aren't dinky spare bedrooms. These are really nicely sized spare bedrooms. Yeah, again, really like the look. And as we continue to take a look at all of these bedrooms, let's talk about what's going on in the real estate market right now for this zip code, which is 98006. I like to do this in all of the videos that I do, or talk about the real estate market for the zip code that the properties are being featured in. So that does include Eastgate and a few other communities. This market is sending a little bit of mixed signals, and context is everything. So first up, inventory is way up. We've got about 82.5% more homes for sale this June compared to last year's June. That's a huge jump, and it means more options for buyers and more competition for sellers. But interestingly, average prices are actually up by 10.1% year over year, which tells me that the best homes that are staged well, priced right, and marketed aggressively are still commanding top dollar. What's slipping through? percent of list price received. So last June, sellers were getting about 103.6% of list price. That means homes were basically going on average for 3.6% above what the listed value was. So this year it's actually dropped to still above list price, but just sitting at 100.4%. So just 0.4% above list price, meaning the bidding wars have definitely cooled off and buyers are negotiating again. On the condo side, so not looking at single family, but looking at condos, homes are sitting longer. So days on market for condos jumped to 407% year over year for condos. So if you're thinking of selling a condo, price it right now and have an airtight strategy is more important than ever. So what's the buyer takeaway from the data that I've been interpreting for this month's real estate market update? This is your moment to explore. With more inventory and slightly longer days on market, buyers have room to negotiate, especially if you're working with an agent who knows how to spot overpriced listings and find hidden value. You don't have to rush into the first house you see anymore. And if you've been waiting for the competition to calm down, welcome to the party. It has calmed down. Now, for sellers, the homes that are winning right now, they're priced strategically, they show beautifully, and they're backed by strong marketing. If you're priced too high out of the gate, it's very possible your house is going to sit, and you may have to drop price later significantly. This market is rewarding smart positioning, not guesswork. I always tell my sellers this isn't 2021 or even early 2022 anymore. It's not a crash either, though. It's just having to work smarter in this market. And speaking of sellers, or just to the fact homeowners, as a quick side note, if you're a homeowner in this neighborhood or anywhere in the greater Seattle area and you're not quite ready to sell, but you're curious about what your home's worth today or where things might be headed, and you want to keep track of your home's value, even if you're not looking to sell maybe 3 years down the road, I've set up a link down in the description where you can sign up to get a detailed monthly home value equity report sent straight to your inbox. It takes like 10 seconds to type in your address. Here's what you'll get right away: an accurate home valuation based on real-time market data, your loan balance, payoff timeline, refinance and cash out options, how much equity you've got, and even an assessment of whether you're overpaying on mortgage insurance or not. Oh, it will also tell you how much you might be able to rent out your home for if you're looking to turn it into a rental and start buying something else instead of trying to just sell off the asset when you're looking to upgrade. And did I mention it's totally free? So no pressure, no obligation. I'm not going to spam you. I just want you to stay informed so you can make smart moves when the time is right for you to either sell or rent out your property or pull out that equity when you need it. If you're thinking of selling in the next 6 to 36 months or whenever, or you just want to keep an eye on your largest investment, this is for you. I also drop monthly market updates and tips inside the report, so it's a good way for you to stay ahead of the game without doing all of the research yourself. So hit the link below, plug in your address, and you're going to have a full report in seconds. And this is that bedroom that I was talking about that's on the main level. Yes, it's not as extravagant as your suite that is upstairs, but you definitely get that multi-generational living with this, and it's a way to future-proof your home, of course. It's still a very beautiful bathroom as far as having the same aesthetics. You let me know what you think, though, in the comments below, of course. And I didn't forget about you home buyers that are watching my channel. If you're watching who've been house hunting for a while but haven't quite found the one yet, so many of my buyer clients, especially here in the East Side area, come to me feeling stuck. They've been scrolling Redfin and Zillow for months, or Realtor.com, and they've either seen the same homes over and over, or the good ones are already gone. What most people don't realize is that a lot of the homes I help buyers purchase each year are not publicly for sale on the MLS. I'm talking about off-market homes, properties that aren't currently for sale on the MLS, and you won't find these on Zillow or Redfin, or through most other agents, to be honest. This is where my Perfect Home Finder program comes in. Here's how it works. You tell me exactly what you're looking for. Think layout, location, school district zones, lot sizes, views, vibe, whatever matters most. I go to work behind the scenes. That means I'm connecting with homeowners whose listings recently expired or were canceled. I'm messaging for sale by owners, mailing letters, door knocking, and even running targeted social media ads to find these hidden opportunities to basically create sales for my home buyers that I'm working with. And when I find something that fits, I reach out and give you the first look before anyone else has a chance to compete. There's no pressure to buy and no cost to join, just a smarter way to house hunt in a market where the best stuff isn't always online. So if you want to get access to those off-market opportunities before they hit the market, or before they ever do, just click the link in the description, fill out the short form, and I'd personally review your criteria and start looking for matches. Now, just to be fully transparent, I always prioritize this off-market marketing first for my committed buyer clients. If I'm actively helping someone search and I find a property that fits their wish list, they get the first look. But here's the cool part. If that buyer passes or says that one's not for me, I don't just let the opportunity disappear. I go back through my Perfect Home Finder list to see if it might be a great fit for someone else who signed up. So even if you're not ready to hire me as an agent, or any agent yet for that matter, you can still get access to some of these off-market gems just by being in my database. It's low pressure, and honestly, it's the easiest way to keep your options open. Now, one thing I pointed out when we were outside for a quick second while I was pitching you my free services is this property does have multi-zone heating and cooling as an HVAC system. That means there are 2 furnaces, and I like that these builders are starting to include these, so then you can actually be able to control the zones better on the upper level and the bottom level as well. And check out this garage. We've got the epoxy floors, you got panels here, and EV charging ready. Okay guys, so we are gonna do what I like to call my very scientific garage door test right now. Let's test the garage door to see how loud this sucker is. I will admit that was definitely not the worst one that I have featured on the channel to date, but especially for being the type that is installed on the side, there was some rattling there. I'm just very picky with my garage door noises though. You let me know in the comments below. I always have 1 or 2 people mentioning what they think about the garage door. Do you enjoy this garage door test? Let me know. I do really like the look of this garage door where you have the glazed glass where the light shines through there, and again, just the epoxy floors tying it all together. I do like that these garages and these builds are coming fully finished. That is a nice perk to buying these higher end homes. Well, I guess this one's even in a more affordable price point though, for sure. For all of the things that are included. Look how many lights are in that main area as well. Just crazy how many lights this property comes with. Love this fence. By the way, it smelled super good. The fence did. And there we go, back at the front door. And there you have it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this beautiful home tour here in Bellevue, Washington. Again, my name's Aaron Morrow. I'm a local realtor here in the greater Seattle area. I've been working with buyers, sellers, and investors in King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties for over a decade now. If you are looking to make your move over here to the greater Seattle area in the next 9 days or 9 months, or you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact info can be found below in the description. I'd love to show you how I can make your next move over here a smooth one. And of course, if you're looking for some more home tours or you'd like to hear what others have said about working with me, look somewhere on the screen right here. Of course, until next time, I hope to be showing you some more property tours, and please subscribe to me for more real estate shenanigans. Have a great day.